And welcome to the High Gun Podcast with your host, the High Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? So, SmackDown was yesterday, and SmackDown was. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Sorry, y'all. So, SmackDown was last night, and SmackDown had a better go away show than Raw did to me. To me. Um, and that crowd for over there in Italy didn't what's the word? They didn't uh the crowd showed out. I'm gonna say it like that. Like they showed up late like I thought they was gonna show up. And like our crowds here in the States, they gotten better. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on our crowds that much, but they gotten better. I will say that it got, but it still can't hold a candle to those crowds over there out of state, out of the USA. You know, they're just better now. Now probably because they don't get uh, shows like we do. Hell, we don't get shows like we do now. They just started doing house shows, live shows again, uh, recently. You know, they just put out dates and everything, for that kind of stuff recently. So we don't even get those shows like we used to. But the point is, when they get them, they show out. The word I'm looking for, the crowd did not disappoint. It didn't. Everything was a hot match. Uh, Friday. When was the last? And listen, I like Damien Priest, right? I do. But when was the last time you heard a reaction from the crowd uh, for a Damien Priest match? Now, the knock on having these great crowds is they make a show elevate. They make a match elevate too. Now, I will say this. I love the fact that Carmelo Hayes got a better reaction from the crowd than Trick. And I love Trick. Alright? But like the reaction to Melo coming out was great. And he deserves that. I'm not saying Trick don't, because Trick does too. Because Trick put in the hard work. So did Melo. Melo put in the hard work and I say that because Melo thought when he got on the main roster, he was gonna get what Trick is getting now, and he didn't. Melo was the first overall pick for the draft, the last draft they had, and then now, mind you, a lot of this, what I'm about to say, didn't it wasn't all the E's fault with Melo, because the E tried to give him a big spot. His first match was like the same thing that Ricky Saint did, the same thing Melo did. The first person he fought when he got called up to the main roster was Cody, and Melo messed up. Melo messed up. He bunched the move and he hurt Cody. And after that, he had a mic, a one-on-one mic backstage with LA Knight, and he butchered it, and he butchered his lines back there for that one too. That's straight too. You know, and then he didn't recover. He didn't recover. He didn't recover from that. Cause then, no. I'm lying. He did recover from that. He did. He had a real good match against Randy Orton. that he won. I mean, he won that match, right? Then he recovered again when he had a best of seven with the Andrade. And to to be fair, be clear here, when that match, when that series was over with, Melo should have got the United States title over LA Knight. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Melo should have got the United title from LA Knight, not Shinsuke. It shouldn't have been Shinsuke because we're Shinsuke now. Like you dust him off here and there for a match here and there, you know. But shit, and then you got a worthless the United States run from Shinsuke because you gave him a new contract. Yeah, because you gave him a new contract and you wanted to show faith with him, which is cool. But in my opinion, Melo should have been the one to beat LA Knight, especially if you were just gonna take the belt off of Shinsuke a month later and put it back in LA Knight. Melo should have been the one to beat LA Knight or Andrade. Which hindsight, it should have been Andrade because Andrade is not even in the E anymore. But we know what that was about, you know. Um, but the crowd was great. Speaking of live shows, so we may have some controversy here. So Thursday night, Jacob got hurt. He got injured. Now they said he was limping. Now I've heard two things here. I heard that he was limping after the match to the back, and then I also heard that it's his back. Okay. Now the reason I put this whole live shows and Jacob together, it was a live show he got hurt at. Okay, it was a live show he got hurt at. So here's my question. Why is he wrestling? Why is he wrestling? Now, when I say this, I know people are going to say, "Oh, but he's not Roman." Okay, so shut the fuck up. Because if Jacob wasn't fighting Roman, okay, just close to the pay per view, which is Sunday, which you know, I I thought, and I don't know, I knew the pay per view was Sunday, right? Apparently I wasn't the only one who thought it was today, right? But I knew the pay per view was Sunday, but I forgot. And yesterday, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna do the podcast around 1, and just lead it up to me watching the pay per view because the pay per view comes out at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And then I'm ready to go to bed, and I realized I was like, damn, the pay per view is Sunday. Oh, so what it is, man. This year wrestling tonight. Triple A is tonight. I think another hour of television is on too. I think maybe 2. But we'll see. But it ain't what I was looking for. To forward to. But back to Jacob. So if Roman's not wrestling, right? Right. And he's not doing these house shows to wrestle, right? Right. Why is Jacob doing them? So close to the pay per view. Why is Jacob even wrestling? The match wouldn't have mattered. He's fighting solo. Why is Jacob wrestling? If Roman's not wrestling, Jacob shouldn't wrestle. Right? And I say that because Jacob's fighting Roman. He's not fighting solo at the pay per view. He's fighting Roman at the pay per view. There's no need. There's no need to put Jacob at fear to lose. I mean, to get hurt, which he did. Now you got to come up with a backup plan if he don't get cleared to wrestle. Right? Right now, I don't think Jake is winning. I didn't. I didn't think he was winning before. I definitely don't think he's winning now. Now, speaking of that, I came on here Saturday, Thursday. Came on here Thursday, and I kind of still feel this way a little, but if any title changes happen tomorrow, Cody's losing. Now I came in here Thursday, and I gave you reasons why I think he's not gonna lose it because it's on free TV. But Cody should lose, especially because what Gunther's promo, what his promo said. I told you I was gonna choke out Goldberg, and I did it. I told you I was gonna choke out um he said I told you I was gonna choke out Goldberg, and I did it. I told you I was gonna choke out, who else did he choke out? I know you took that AJ and you took that Cena. Was there somebody before that? Did I miss it? No. So he said, he did. He got the order wrong. He said, I told you I was on choke out Goldberg, and I did it. I told you I was on choke out AJ Styles, and the crowd booed, and I did it. I even told you I was on the. I even said I was going to choke out your mentor, your inspiration, John Cena, and I did it. On that alone, you guys should win. And this is time. Now, mind you, there's ways for Cody to lose the belt without Gunther beating clean. Sammy's one of them. Like, Sammy should cost Cody the belt. He should. Or Drew McIntyre should cost Cody the belt. Which I don't think that's why. I think Drew McIntyre is going to cost Jacob the belt. Alright? Because in Tribal Combat, your family can't get involved in the match. So, I think Drew's gonna get involved. He's wrapped up his filming he had to do with the new Highlander movie. Right? So Drew can get it. Now, the only thing about this, you can't have the same finish in two matches. In two title matches like that. Right, so if Drew interferes in the Jacob match, then I don't. Someone's gonna interfere in the Cody match. Either it's Orton, Sammy, or Drew. I don't think it's Drew though. It's either Sammy or Orton, and then they're gonna cost him the match. They're gonna cost him the match, and that's what's gonna happen with that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. But yeah, so you know, um, we can't have two interferences. Oh, as long as the interferences are different, okay. As long as the two interferences are different, okay. Uh, sorry, the wife is uh, the wife is texting me, and she called, but I'm not picking up this time. I didn't get in trouble last time. It's just she's video calling, so I'm not gonna do it like that this time. But as long as the interference are different, then okay. I don't want to DQ in these matches either, because it's a pay per view. Sorry, PLE. Right, right. So I don't want a DQ for neither one of these matches. Uh, Another injury we got is Soroka. Now I know she got banged up or got hurt at Saturday night's main event. Like I seen her grab her knee. Now it's not a ACL, thank God, because she had an ACL injury earlier on in her career. Now I'm gonna say this again. She may have to come up with another finisher. Like, I'm not saying completely just forget about the soul snatcher. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, you got people like Swerve, right, who have different moves, different finishers for different people. All right, maybe do the soul snatcher at pay per views. All right, so all right, so since I brought up some of AEW, let me bring up some of for WWE. You got people like Ricky Saint, who has two finishes. He has a DDT, then he has another move. I forgot the name of the move, but he has another move that he does too. You know that uh he usually does it on smaller people or his size people, and then when he can't do that move, he does the springboard DDT, which listen, I don't like Ricky Saint's wrestling ability, so I'm kind of bringing up the wrong person, but you also got Cody, who has certain. I mean, yes, does he have the crossroad that he finishes people off with? Yes, all right, but he's also finished people off with the cutter. All right, Randy has the punt that he only uses for the pay per view. All right, and he got the RKO, of course. All right, Kevin Owens has the pop up power bomb, and he got the stunner. All right, so Ruka needs to find another finisher that she can do on TV. All right, and just leave the Soul Snatcher for uh, special occasions. You know, all right, because it like she got hurt. She got hurt on her own fucking moves. That last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. You know, but she's traveling to Italy, so she's probably for the rush. Now, what they did say about Jacob, so let me go back to Jacob, that they feel like he's okay and he's gonna be fine for Sunday. Again, I don't think he's winning. I don't. I didn't think he was winning before the injury, and I don't think he's winning now. All right. Again, I feel like someone's gonna cost him that match. All right. To because of the fact that again, close combat means family can't interfere in this match. Family can't interfere. not somebody else like Drew McIntyre. So keep that in mind with that situation there. Let me go back to SmackDown real quick. I enjoy now. Hear me out when I say this about this match I'm going to bring up. I enjoy the the, the Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saint match. It was a good match. I don't like the ending. Now, mind you, I know why they did it. This this keeps both parties from getting pinned. Now, you could have easily just let Carmelo roll up in there and get the non-pin win. Then he'd be 2-0 against Ricky Singh. Now, but you don't want to do that because Ricky Singh already has a losing record since he's been called up to the main roster. So I get it. Right? And then you don't want to do that. You also don't want to do that because of the fact that Ricky Singh has already lost to Carmelo Hayes over the pin. Plus, Hayes is already sucker punched him. Now, it was a receipt, but still, sucker punch. Uh, but I get why the finish was. I don't like the finish, but they had a good match. They did, and if we would have had a better finish and not a double count out, probably would have been match of the week. Cause I enjoyed that match. I can't give it to him without a finish, without a winner. I don't make the rules, so I kind of do. Still, good match. We're teasing this Charlotte and Jade match for too long, man. Let that shit happen. Not on free TV. No. But let that match happen. Oh, wait. Before I go back to Charlotte and Jade, alright, hold on. Melo got the upper hand on Trick last night too. In promos, 101. You got him. Just saying, he got him. We need to go ahead and just get this Charlotte versus Jade match going. We do. It's time. And again, now when I say this, Jade and Rhea are not. Well, Jade's losing. That's first of all. Alright, but Jade is not gonna. Jade and Rhea are not gonna have a better match than what they had at Mania. So it was a real good match, and I was surprised by that. Right. So saying that, I can see Jade and Charlotte having a good match. Hopefully, and it's time. It's time for this match to happen. So either you have it at Night of Champions, or you're gonna have it at SummerSlam. And then you could have it at Madison Square Garden for the next Saturday Night Main Event. You could have it there because it doesn't have a title. So, because Jay's not winning, right? Because then after that you do Rhea versus Charlotte, because it's time for Charlotte to get back in the main picture. I don't give a fuck what anybody says or how they feel about that. It's time for Charlotte to go back to the main event picture. She's been a lot out of that for a long time, man. Alright, because the fans bitched and complained about she was always in title shot. It's fucking time. It's time. Right? I've never had a problem with sorry, y'all. I've never had a problem with Charlotte's place and where she gets it. I mean, her place and the women's division. Never had a problem with it. I've never had a problem with uh, that Charlotte gets so many titles shots either. Because I get it. Her name, which let me say something right quick about her daddy right quick. You know, the last couple months, he's been real social active on social media platforms, Instagram and Twitter. Okay, maybe Facebook. I don't know about Facebook. But I know Instagram and Twitter. That motherfucker's tweeting all the time. He just said that he was suing. I mean, so last night, hold on. Last night, I seen something like pop up on my news feed about Flair suing somebody, and I was like, okay. And then I found out he's suing his fucking son, David Flair. Which I'm not gonna make the joke I was gonna make that I thought about because he already got a dead son. Alright, but I am gonna say I didn't know David Flair was still a thing. You know? But he is. And he's coked up and drunk out of his mind right now. Hey, let me not say coked though. Alright? Alright, so I take that back. But he looks messed up. In the picture now, Ric Flair did do this now. In the picture that Ric Flair posted of his son, with I guess his son's wife, like David Flair doesn't look so good. Now, they said that he's suing for trademark of the Flair's name. So, meaning I guess David Flair's going around selling stuff, like selling Ric Flair stuff. Now, mind you, I look in the comments, right? And the people in the comments are destroying the Ric Flair. Destroy, that's your son. You shouldn't be doing that to your son. That's a family matter. Why would you do that to your son? Dog, listen. If y'all don't get off David Flair's dick, sorry y'all. If y'all don't get off David Flair's jock, better, and let that boy walk for his own because Ric Flair said it. He gotta walk on his own. He does. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? If David Flair is selling Ric Flair's stuff because he doesn't want if he doesn't want nothing to do with Ric Flair, right? Right? Ric Flair's right then. Right? You can't have it both ways here. You can't say you want to do with your dad, but then go sell stuff off his name because you fucking up your money, right? That's the thing. That shit happens, but nonetheless, I haven't had a problem with Charlotte getting her title shots. I haven't had a problem with her, how many titles she get. Now, if you ask me, if she didn't have the Charlotte Flair's name, I mean, like the name for it, right? Would she get the title shot she got? No. But I also don't like the fact that when we talk about records, right, or who's close enough to beat certain records, right? Her name's not on there, and that's stupid. It's just like it's stupid. They don't want to count the NXT championship reigns, alright, in that because they pick and choose when they want to mention the NXT shit. It should count. It should, but like she is on there, just like Orton's on there, and just like Edge was on there at one time. Who else? Who else they have on there? Triple H is on there, and Triple H can't do it anymore because he can't wrestle anymore. So why have one without the other? Charlotte should be on there. I've never had a problem with Charlotte getting the attention and getting the title shots. I know people that I talk to that do have a problem with her doing that. It's never been me. It's never been me. All right, and then like the same people who bitch about Charlotte's main event status won't bitch about Bianca's main event status. They won't do it. They won't. And then when they do, and then when someone does a bitch about it, people defend that shit. But they won't defend Charlotte though, or Rhea though, right? Right? I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. It's time. Definitely is. Definitely. But I'm gonna end the show with that. I will be back on Monday. I'll be back Monday after Raw. I'm gonna watch Raw first. Then I come back here. I come on here. I like an hour after Raw goes off. I'll be on here. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch eFeds podcast. Well, make sure y'all watch podcasts too. This is the High Gun with the High Gun podcast. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.